My story so far. Hello, my name is Andrew and I've been a member of Fastlane since November 3rd, 2007. I actually stumbled upon this site and loved it immediately. I joined and enjoyed reading all the success stories and information. I wanted to wait until I became truly successful to share my story, but I figured I'd write the first chapter and update my progress in a few months. So here it goes. I was born into a pretty well-off family, but it quickly changed. By the time I was in kindergarten, my mother and father had divorced. My mother, sister, and I were living in a big house all by ourselves. My father brought my mother to court to take the house away from her, but ultimately his kids as well. We didn't have a roof over our heads, but he didn't think about. He wanted to get back at my mother. So we had to move into my grandmother's house. Thank God for her. She has been amazing. We had no car, money, really nothing, but we had each other and our family. My mother worked hard and found a place for us to live. It was very small, one bedroom, but we made it work. For a few years, my sister and I stayed in contact with my father. We would visit him on the weekends since he lived close. One year my grandmother decided to take us on a trip to Disney World. We went and had a great trip. But when we got back, my sister and I found out that my father took off yet again. This time it seemed to be for good, to another state. I was probably around 8 to 10 when this happened. For years he never contacted us, not by phone, no birthday cards, nothing. My sister and I decided we wanted nothing to do with him, and about 5 years ago we decided we want nothing to do with his family. Throughout elementary school into high school, my mother worked hard to put food on the table, with little help from my father via child support. We lived in that same one-bedroom above garage apartment for 12 years. But we managed to afford some nice things such as a computer and internet. It was tough watching my mother come home after a hard day's work and still not have enough. So in my freshman year of high school I said to myself, that's it. I don't want my mother to live and work like this anymore. I want better for my family. That's the day I pulled into the fast lane. I wanted to become successful and help my mother. I was young and foolish and thought it was going to be easy since I was always a very creative person. I thought that I could sell my ideas. So I went out and did that. For about a year I designed and developed inventions while contacting hundreds of companies to see if they were interested. Obviously I didn't have any luck with that. So I moved on to web-based ventures. In my sophomore and junior years I started several sites, a search engine, music site, and some others. Some got a little bit of success, but nothing made me any money. I was learning the best way there is. I knew I had to keep going and let nothing distract me. I gave up hanging out with friends, which was good because most high schoolers are up to no good. I read books, magazines, brainstormed, everything I could, anytime I could. Then my senior year, I created and launched my best venture yet. It was a bottled water business with a unique twist that never had been done before. I formed an LLC and was very serious about it. I created a website, found a bottling company to work with, and did lots of promotion. The response was great. I won a contest held by a business magazine and was featured in a bottled water industry magazine. But the company never took off and I didn't make any money. Now I was in college and I was depressed. I didn't know where I was going to go next. I kept brainstorming and tried several more ideas. Nothing took off, but I kept going and I still am today. Now, I'm 19 years old and I'm a sophomore in college. Currently I'm working with a business partner to create an application for Facebook. I found a void in Facebook and the applications. I came up with the idea and we are creating an app to fill that void. it has a very good chance of becoming extremely viral and one of the top apps on Facebook. We should be ready to launch in the next few weeks. After hundreds and hundreds of ideas and attempts, I hope this is the one that takes me to the next level. My family and I are out of the small apartment and things are getting better. But I still want to be able to provide more for her and allow her to relax for once without a care in the world. So there's my story so far. I will update it in a couple of weeks or in a few months to describe my progress. I want to thank every member of Fastlane to Millions for creating and being a part of this great site. Andrew. Thanks. I try not to let my failures get me down. I learn more from them than I've learned in school. Wow. Very interesting read. It's amazing what you have done already. Even though you may find this odd or not, you're an inspiration to me. With all of that enthusiasm and experience, you're bound to find success one day. Keep your head up, and I truly wish you the best. Good luck with the app. Let me know when it launches so I can add it. Andrew, wow. Absolutely amazing. If I had been even half as dedicated and motivated as you are when I was 19, I would be a heck of a lot further along than I am now. Keep up the great work. If there is anything a fellow New Jerseyite can ever do, please don't hesitate to ask. Eric. The last 3 posts have been from Jersey Boys, SMXF. You have a great story that is unfolding. Just don't forget to enjoy the journey, the learning processes, the successes, the failures. Despite the fact that you said we didn't make any money at that, you have had success. Congrats on a multitude of factors: the drive, the motivation, and most important, the reason. Keep us posted on your venture. A Facebook app with the opportunity to go viral is definitely Fastlane! Fastlane. I am continually amazed at what an exciting time we live in and how many creative people there really are in the world. Good for you for going for your dreams time and again. Tony Robbins once said that there is no such thing as success or failure, only results. If you don't like the result you are getting, change the approach. Keep up the great attitude. We're all here cheering you on, SMXG. Wow, I'm your age, and believe me, what you've done so far is just amazing. Really, congrats. I hope you reach the level of success you want, and I have no doubt that one day we're gonna read other chapters of your success story. Keep up the good work and good luck. Andrew, I greatly enjoyed reading your story. You're truly ahead of the ball game. Great story, Andrew. I love your perseverance in the face of hardship. I do not mean to slam what you are doing the slightest bit. I am just ignorant to how people make profit off of Facebook applications. Could you enlighten me, please? Looks like you got the app up and running ahead of schedule. Nicely done. Friended you, BTW. Yeah, we worked a lot of long nights this past week. But it's worth it. Thanks for friending. This is very exciting. Please continue to update us. Sure will. There's about 15 users now. Does anyone else on the Fastlane forums have a Facebook account? Andrew. Hey Andrew, it seems that I'm in the same boat as you. I'm 19 and trying to launch my first FB application soon. Best of luck and be sure to drop me a line whenever. Well, I've added it to my Facebook. Just need someone to send me a message and we'll see how she works. Sent friend request too. Good luck, Dave. You're definitely doing it, man. I added the application too, so now all my friends get to see a notification alerting them to the fact I've added your app. Question: what kind of revenues do you get per person signed up? How many users do you need to make, say, $100 per month or $1,000 per month? Just curious. Thanks. The application is free. Once he gets enough users, he can leverage that into advertising space. That space gets in front of Facebook users. Thanks, MJ. What kind of numbers would be needed to attract advertisers? Well, you can have any number of users and be able to display ads via AdSense or similar programs. But you need a good amount of daily active users and good amount of page views. FYI, 160 installs of Super Inbox as of right now. 227 installs. If anyone else in the fast lane has a Facebook account, send a friend request and try Super Inbox. And very exciting stuff. Andrig. I have a few questions for you out of curiosity. Did you set up an agreement with Facebook to have them advertise your application add-on, or is this something you set up completely separate that they can add on? If the former, how is something like that set up? Great work. Ryan. The Facebook platform allows anyone to create an application to work within the website. I think there's about 10,000 applications available. Check out this if you're really interested. 433 installs. Andrew is the keyword. Great work, Andrew. I'm going to be dumping a lot of time this Christmas to build my latest computer, and get straight to coding my Facebook app. Good luck. Send me a message when you launch it. That's excellent. Nice work. Do you know how that compares with other applications? Cool. It would be interesting to see graphs of time versus installs for some of the other applications. Are you planning on releasing other applications? Or concentrate purely on Super Inbox and develop it over time? Probably just concentrate on Super Inbox. I've thought of many ideas and this one is the first that hasn't been created yet and has the most potential. If you'd like to check out some graphs on Facebook apps, visit It's a great site. They have all different charts for thousands of Facebook apps. Andrew. Well, things were going good with the app. We had about 925 installs in 2 weeks. But disaster struck. Someone hacked into the server that the application was hosted on and deleted everything. So the application no longer exists and it probably won't be coming back. I'm a little depressed right now and not sure where to go from here. I know everything happens for a reason, but it's still hard. Oh no. I am sorry to hear that. You know, I have noticed a trend. Oftentimes, a bad situation or setback occurs just before a huge breakthrough and launch forward. You have a choice. Quit, or push through the tough time. It could be the resistance just before a big move. Don't say, it can't come back, say how can it come back? And lessons learned. Thanks for the advice. I really appreciate it. The reason that I say it can't come back is because the programmer or business partner I was working with said it would be too hard. I don't blame him because he'd have to restructure everything, create new databases, all while he's working part-time, going to school, and doing some freelance stuff. But he's a great guy, great programmer, and still interested if launching other ideas. So I just need to think of another idea for an application. But I've learned a lot about Facebook and its users. If it were me, I would agree to look for something new with biz partner. Then get a new programmer or partner for this one. You had impressive response in a short period of time. There is obviously a demand. In my old business, I received bad news or a setback, and even considered quitting about 3 times over a period of 7 years. Each time, I decided not to quit, and saw explosive growth just after that decision not to quit. I agree. There's definitely a demand for this. One thing I don't understand is why doesn't he want to try and salvage this idea but he's willing to try a new one? Sorry about this, by the way. You had a great idea and I really think it would have been something good for you. However, it's just another learning experience. Live and learn. It's very difficult to restructure an application when it was coded specifically using the databases and technology he was or is using. It was a learning experience and I'm not giving up. I'm sure your hosting company could provide backups. What about the coding application you and your developer use? I'm sure there's some local content somewhere. But if you have expired all your options, just remember that this is one of the minor roadblocks to the fast lane. I know some people that would have a meltdown if they were in your position. Look forward to tomorrow, because it's going to be brighter than today. Best of luck with whatever you stir up next. Thanks for everyone's support. I feel that another great idea will be coming soon. I just need a simple but brilliant idea. I'm afraid I don't understand why you need to start over in a new direction. Wasn't there a copy of the application locally? It seems like there was plenty of interest in the application. It looks to me you are in the red zone, close to scoring a touchdown and bam, decide to take a knee and go home. For those of us involved in IT, we don't understand how an entire application is suddenly missing. I was really looking forward to having this story unfold. Agreed, you've done it once, so you are sure that it is possible and that there's demand for it. I can imagine how frustrating it must be, but this is when perseverance will make the difference. Over 800 people using it on such a short period seems a clear indication you should go for it. Exactly. One indicator of success is the language you use. I can't versus how can I? You and your partner need to change your language. Also, now that you have the experience under your belt, you can fix this little mistakes from the first time around and get it going even better than before. Trust me, I'd love to bring it back. He has all the PHP code, but he thinks it's too hard to start over. I'm going to talk to him some more and get more information out of him. No one ever said success was easy. If it was, everyone would be rich. This mindset is a problem. Hard is a precursor to success, so to be blunt, get on his $! Betcha whoever did this was jealous of the application. Maybe a competitor or similar. Whatever, that's a huge compliment to your business. I'd definitely find the code and relaunch it. Tighten up the security and come back bigger and better. Good luck. Well, I have learned a little more about what happened with Super Inbox. No one hacked into the server simply crashed. My business partner in the application failed to tell me this. I wanted to relaunch the application, but he is too lazy and doesn't feel like configuring the code to work with a new database. So I have moved away from laziness like that and decided to strike out on my own again. I decided to create a blog where I can empower people and myself at the same time. My blog is called. I was having trouble coming up with a name that was short and that related to the blog. I came up with a new way to spell lived. Lived will cover many topics about life, business, entrepreneurs, goals, dreams, inspiration, motivation, determination, life stories, and more. This blog is for those who want to change their lives and get the most out of it. So please visit and read some of the articles I have posted. I just launched on December 31st, so there isn't much content yet. If anyone is interested in exchanging links, please let me know here. Thanks for all your support, Andrew. First of all, you definitely deserve some rep points for not giving up after all you've gone through. Secondly, just bookmarked it. Can never have enough reading material. Good luck with it. Looks like you have some great content on there, and I look forward to following it. Keep up the hard work and determination. Thanks, Yankees. I'm definitely not giving up. Usually when a business venture of mine fails, I fall into a depressive sort of state. But this time was totally different. I just dusted myself off and within days I was working on. Consider me subscribed. Thanks. I really appreciate it. My content and writing style will continue to improve, so stay tuned. Very nice site. I like how positive it is. Couple ideas for thought play on the why not? Why this site? Why are we here? Things like that. Not sure about the spelling of launched. Anyways. Like very much. Keep it up. Nice to see you being creative and applying your imagination. Cheers. Oops, yeah, that was a typo. Thanks. As for the why aspect, I was trying to think of something like you mention. I'll have to keep brainstorming on that. Andrew. Seems you're on the right path. You will have great success. Thanks, BizBoy. Just a little update. Someone added one of my articles to Dig, and as of right now it has 58 votes. It hasn't made it to the homepage, but I'm very pleased. Check it out. The article will probably interest many of you. Good stuff. Love the domain name, nice, short, and very brandable. It took me about 2 weeks and hundreds of ideas, but I'm very happy with Lived. I'm glad you said it was brandable because that was my main goal. I didn't want to limit myself to just a blog. In that branding process, I would suggest to make the why in Lived very special. Make it mean something. The why is what differentiates your site from a lived, so mark it and focus on the why in your slogan and logo. For example, because you want more from life, or because it's not the how, it's the WH. Or say yes to life, and in your logo, make the why different. Larger, a different color, anything to set it apart from the rest of the site. You want visitors to remember Lived, not lived. Here is an example I threw together in 2 minutes. These are just some simple branding ideas. Yeah, I'll have to emphasize the why just like you and Powder said. Thanks. See above logo, easier to show than to tell. How about something like, I'm not sure about what my slogan would be though. Big update. I'm sure some of you know of. He runs a very profitable blog that has hundreds of thousands of readers a month. Well, I emailed him the other day about a possible guest post on his blog, and I hadn't heard back from him till today, and he added my post to his blog. John is very picky about what he adds to his blog, so this is very difficult. I've tried dozens of times to get on his site over the past year, but I never gave up. This could bring me a huge amount of traffic and new readers. You can check out the post here. Please leave some comments and vote on it if you can. Andrew, P.S. I let everyone know about the traffic later tonight. As of a few minutes ago, I received 63 visitors directly from. It's not as many as I thought, but I think it's because I'm not offering a product or service, so most people are interested in visiting my site. However, I am very thrilled that I was accepted as a guest blogger on one of the top blogs on the internet. Well, I published a new article yesterday called 20 Ways to Change the World. I had the post submitted to. At first it got a good amount of votes. Then it slowed down. But it came back with many more votes and was promoted to the homepage of Dig, with over 480 votes. I received about 560 visitors from Dig as of a few minutes ago. You can check out the link on Dig. I have received a lot of negative comments both on Dig and my own blog, but I'm not letting it get to me. Here's the original. Have a look at some of the crazy comments, but also the positive ones. At this same time, my article also got stumbled. Is sort of like Dig. I received another 520 visitors from there. Check out the stumble. So the past day I've had 1,175 unique visitors to Lived. Obviously the traffic will die down a lot tomorrow, but I'm very happy that my articles are being well received by most people. Andrew. That's very impressive. I've been checking up, but I haven't been able to read every post. I did have a chance to comment on one of the posts, though, and I believe it was the first comment you received. Keep up the great work. It looks like it's starting to pay off already. Wow. Just checked my stats again for the latest update. The numbers have changed. I received 6,223 visitors from Dig and many visitors from other social news sites. Which brings my total so far to 7,223 unique visitors. Thanks, Yankees. Yeah, I did see your comment about the Cabs to Riches story. I think you were my first official comment. Hey Andrew, the video card in my new computer just died out, so I couldn't get around to reading your most recent posts, until I finally pulled out my laptop today. And wow! Talk about loads of traffic in almost no time. John Chow. Dig. And SU. Amazing stuff. Congrats man. You certainly know how to generate tons of viral traffic. BTW. Those Dig users can be serious pricks. SMXB. Thanks Twang. Yeah, you wouldn't believe some of the comments they left. They're actually kind of funny. Update. The official number of unique visitors for yesterday was 13,427. Wow Andrew, congrats. It seems like everything you do can turn into something cool. Cheers. Thanks Hawkeye, that made my day. No problem. You made your day, I was just pointing that out. Interesting story to follow. I'm curious to ask you about traffic you are getting, but how can you make money from them? Eventually I will implement ads to earn money from Lived. Right now I'm just focused on creating content and getting readers. Andrew. Andrew, it's great the approach you're taking. By building traffic through quality posts, instead of focusing on just monetizing your site, will be tons better down the road. Seems like you have a great readership going on, and looks like you're having a lot of fun with Lived. I'm implementing some ad spots now, but it's still not my main focus. And yes, I'm having a lot of fun. This is the first venture where I'm having fun, learning, teaching, and lucky enough to have instant success. I hope I can stick with it. That was my biggest problem in the past, abandoning one idea and jumping to another too quickly. Andrew. Wow. I'm super impressed. Great going. I just read the whole thread and what a great ride. It can only get better. You are an inspiration. Whenever you are ready for advertising, be sure to let us all know. Hey, thanks for your support and compliments. I just sent you a PM. I figure since it's been 2 weeks since I launched Lived, I'll give an update. From January 1st, 16 this morning I have received 50,047 unique visitors and 71,864 page views. The traffic has come from Dig, StumbleUpon, and almost 400 other websites. I haven't made much money yet from ads, just a few dollars, but that will come in time. So stay tuned, this can only get more interesting from here. Andrew. Wow, that's extremely impressive. Keep on going dude. How long have the ads been implemented? Does it usually take time to monetize them or something? Yeah, it'll take some time before the ads become more relevant, and I sell ad spots myself. So I have to give it time. It's only been a few days since I added them. Amazing. Keep up the great work. Great job Andrew, start monetizing that volume into dollar. I have started monetizing and made a pretty nice profit. I'm working with 2 AD networks and I've created some various ad options such as button ad spots and sponsorships. Andrew, I follow your blog using the Google Reader. Does that still count and provides you money for the ads? Just tell me if it does not and I will connect to the page directly. I'm actually trying to monetize the RSS feed right now, but it probably won't earn as much money as if someone came to the site. However, please do what is easiest for Andrew. Lived has been going strong and doing great. I just wanted to let everyone know of an article I wrote for Dharma Little Man, a very popular blog about topics similar to mine. Please check it out, it's called Andrew. If anyone is interested, I did an interview for another blog called The Next 45 Years. You can get to know a little more about me and the story behind Lived, Andrew. Nice interview, Andrew. Well done. Congrats on the new venture. Thanks Jill. Andrew. Hello everyone, I haven't been participating in the forums as much as I wish I could. I've been busy with my blog and wanted to give an update. I recently refined the design so that it's cleaner and slimmer. I've created new advertising spots and am currently looking for advertisers if anyone is interested. If you are, please visit. Some numbers from a launch date on December 31st, 2007 to February 29th, Lived has received over 195,000 unique visitors and over 320,000 page views. I would like to thank everyone here for their continued support. Thank you Andrew. Would someone really pay $35 a month for an ad spot on a blog? J or W? Oh yeah. Check out some of the most popular blogs: John Chow, Perez Hilton, Yakanhush Keysburger, Cutie Overload, Shui Money, and many more. Some blog ads cost hundreds of dollars, and in the case of Perez Hilton it's thousands a week. So $35 is cheap. Andrew. What is the Google PR on your blog? I am just asking because I am not that active with my blog and it only gets about 20 visits per day, but I am able to sell links via text link ads and that generates a nice amount of money. Might should check them out or similar sites. I'm not sure what my Google PageRank is, but I hear that it's not as important as it used to be. Also, you have to be careful with selling text link ads. Google doesn't like link selling and can remove you from search results or change your ranking. This happened too if you type in John Chow in Google, his site won't appear in the results. Andrew. Hey Andrew, I just checked your site, and it has a PageRank of 0. But an Alexa of 100k. That's pretty impressive. I guess Google PR doesn't really matter too much. There is a WordPress plugin that will automatically create a Google sitemap and uploads it to Google. Andrew, here are my thoughts of the redesign. By increasing the ad count to 6, they are now just mental noise on the screen, and very easy to tune out. As a reader I like this, as an advertiser I would not. I personally would be more interested if you had one ad spot with 6 ads feeding it, so every 6th page load, my ad would come up. This would also keep things changing for your readers as well. As far as Alexa ranking goes, someone somewhere on this forum mentioned that Alexa ranks the site based on the Alexa toolbar and it not being an accurate indicator, but I forget all the reasons why. Anyway, they recommended Quantcast, which I have found to be quite accurate. Hey Kurt, well, the ads randomly rotate around so they are never in the same spot. So it's never the same. And thanks for the WordPress plugin Twang and Scott. I'll check it out. Andrew. Andrew, I cringed when I read that your application crashed. Around the World has a wonderful point in the fact that temporary failures are often a precursor to something magnificently bigger and better. Think and Grow Rich makes numerous references to this. I wish you nothing but luck, my friend. Ryan. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, that was a pretty big blow. My partner didn't want to keep going with the idea, so I moved on to something else and found plenty of success. Andrew. My site hit the Dig front page again with this article. A friend of mine wrote the article. Traffic got a big boost with over 20,000 unique visitors yesterday. Since launch date on January 1st to this morning, Lived has received over 225,000 uniques and almost 370,000 page views. So there's plenty of potential in the blog world and on the internet. I'm not highly skilled in the web business or online marketing, so receiving traffic like this doesn't take a genius to do. Andrew. Andrew, I think I need to clarify my thoughts better. I do not mean to offend with any of this, and if I do, let me know and I will delete it. This is regarding the redesign. I hope to use one of the most bizarre analogies in the history of the fast lane. Imagine a room. Surrounding this room is a balcony for visitors to come and look at this room. On the one side of this room are the most beautiful women you have ever seen laying on the floor facing up. They are wearing nothing but a pair of shorts. On the opposite side of the room are men, the best looking in the world, and they are also wearing nothing but shorts. Now splitting the two, running down the length of the room is a line of horses. You are told to walk up to the balcony, look at the room for 3 minutes, and come back to me. If I were to ask you how many horses were wearing saddles, I would guess that you or most people would answer I don't know. Now imagine, instead of a line of horses, there was just one. Odds are a greater percentage of people would be able to answer whether or not this horse was saddled. Why? Because one horse forces the eyes and mind to engage and decide what to do with it, but a line of horses is easily dismissed as that. A line of horses. Now taking this back to ads on your site, if you had one ad rotating, when a first-time visitor came to your site, they would have to decide mentally where to categorize it, junk or not. But they would at least have to engage it. A line of ads is easily dismissed as just that, a line of ads. Your falling fruit ad actually is the one horse, and the other spots are the line of horses. As an advertiser, I have no desire to be part of a line. I would want to be a horse by itself even if I only got to be in the room for every 10th visitor. Also, if you want to fine-tune things even more, remove the ads by Greenworks text. This is akin to a sign being next to the single horse saying this is only a horse. Go back to checking out the hot guys and gals. Let your readers discover or process the content for themselves. This gives the ads message a better chance of reaching the audience. I hope this was not confusing, and I am sure some here would disagree. Please know is not in any way a reaction to the traffic I did receive while I was advertising under the old layout. I was pleased with what I got. This is just an objective analysis of the new layout when it comes to your ads. I hope it helps. Hey, I totally understand what you are saying and I'm not offending at all. Actually within the next week or so I'm getting a new more professional design. It will be more of a Web 2.0 look and be much more clean. Content and readers will be the most important element first, then advertising. So I will be rethinking my ad offerings as well. As for ads by Greenworks, there's no way I can remove that. I've tried. It comes from their server and editing ad code is against terms. Thanks for taking the time to write your opinions. Andrew. Hey, any updates, Andrew? Hey everyone, sorry I haven't been around in a while. I check out these forums every day, but I just haven't contributed in a while. I've been working on my site and another huge project, can't tell you about it yet. Live has been doing very well. I just hit the Dig front page the other day again for this. Here are some other interesting links to interview I did if you'd like to check them out. Thanks for your interest, Andrew. Wow, wait to be on the right track. There's sayers and doers in this world and you sir are a doer. Now I just need to get off my lazy butt and be a doer myself, SMXB. Thank you very much. When I was younger I was a sayer, but it took me some time to become a doer. Andrew. I don't know about everyone else, but I don't know many 17-year-olds that contribute this much of their time to their aspirations, such as entrepreneurship. To your success, Ryan. Hey Fastlearners, I wanted to give everyone an update on the major developments for my blog Lived. I've been trying to get a new design created and I have finally done so and just launched it a few hours ago. With this design, I'm taking Lived from good to great. I'm expanding into a few more topics and set the site up more like an online magazine. If you are interested, please have a look at the new design, and please let me know if you see any bugs or typos. Thanks for all the help and encouragement from the beginning to today. I appreciate it very much. Andrew. Wow. Design looks great. Congrats on your success. It's definitely inspirational and motivational for all of us. Should have added to your goals on your latest blog post, post my Fastlane success story. Thanks Ryan. I hope to make my success story a sticky on here someday soon. Anytime. Hopefully mine will join yours. 2 things I noticed: 1 When you click on any of the tabs on top, the older entries button is next to the title. I think it should be separate more. Perhaps on another line. 2 When you link to the people you thanked, the links opened up in the same window. I don't know if all of the links do that, but you should probably get them to open up in separate windows or tabs so that you keep your page open to viewers for a longer period of time. Just a general thing. 2. Hope you don't mind correcting grammar. When you have two thoughts that can stand on their own as complete sentences, they can only be separated by either a semicolon or a comma followed by a conjunction. I guess a dash can work, too. Hope this doesn't sound condescending, just trying to help. Good luck. You've done a hell of a job so far. Keep it up, Andrew. P.S. I gave you Rep Plus before. Well deserved. How's the revenue coming along on the site if you don't mind me asking? Anything substantial from the ads? 2 things I noticed got it. I noticed that too, but I couldn't figure it out first, but now I got it. That's no biggie. That post won't be that popular. No problem. It's constructive criticism. Was there something in specific you think I should change? Thanks. Noting substantial yet, but it's sure paying for hosting and this new design. I'll post a few I think that should be separated by a semicolon or a period. Same kinda thing. Disclaimer, you might want to check with someone who's an English major. The writing section was by far my worst on both my SAT and ACT. Keep up the great work. Thanks. Edited them. Also, I have a question for everyone. Is a favicon appearing in your browser? It is INI for me but not FF. Thanks. Never mind, it's all good, banana. Update live hit the dig front page again. It's still exciting every time. Banana. I hope I'm not bragging. Put me in place if I am Andrew. I was not realized that you are the writer of Lived. I have been reading it for some times. Nice work. Great job. You didn't know? Glad you like it, Andrew. Your passion for being an entrepreneur will take you a long way. I'm sure you have heard this, but most of the successful people fail at many things. They just learn and keep on going. Thanks. Yes, you have to fail to succeed, Andrew. Speed plus Andrew. I love how you stumbled onto the surface of the best web marketing programs. Getting articles of good information is one of the critical steps to great web marketing. The revenue model might have been developed better before the marketing, but I see you were merely trying to help others through your articles. Bravo, men. If you really want to start monetizing on your efforts, you might try to build a few websites selling products or services related to your blog theme and link to specially designed landing pages right from keywords in the articles. Whatever you do, I don't recommend selling straight from your blog. You might lose critical credibility. Can't wait for the next update. Thanks for reading this thread and replying. And thank you for checking out my site. I'll definitely consider your advice. And yes, please stay tuned for the next update. I might have something really big to share. It will certainly take Live to the next level. Andrew. Hey Andrew, I just read this thread for the first time and it was excellent. I feel bad about the Facebook app, but it looks like you rebounded nicely. I have a hosting account with 1&1 and it comes with blog templates, but they don't look nearly as nice as yours. Your layout doesn't really come off as a blog and I like that. Would you recommend a host company that offers something similar? I've been inspired by talking to Servicefly and from reading your story that a blog is a great way to build a customer following before I launch my ultimate fastlane business in the music industry. Keep us updated. I just read this thread for the first time and it was excellent. I feel bad about the Facebook app, but it looks like you rebounded nicely. Don't feel bad. It was the best thing to ever happen to me. I have a hosting account with 1&1 and it comes with blog templates, but they don't look nearly as nice as yours. Your layout doesn't really come off as a blog and I like that. Would you recommend a host company that offers something similar? I had a custom design created. It wasn't a default template from my hosting company, which is MediaTemple. Good luck with your blog. Andrew. Lots of energy, man. Keep it up. Thanks. I will. Andrew. Hey Fastlaners, I hope everyone and their families are happy, healthy, and succeeding more than ever. I don't Euro TMT post on this site as much as I used to, but I stop by every day and check out what everyone is saying. All of the people on this board are simply amazing. I've been to numerous forums over the years and many are filled with spammers and people that don't Euro TMT give thoughtful advice like all of you. Anyway, I just wanted to share something really interesting and important. I think Eurotm had a big epiphany over the last few months, but Eurotm finally hit the tipping point and won't EuroTMT return to what I thought about in the past. EuroTMM officially no longer in the pursuit of millions of dollars for the purpose of buying the things my heart desires. No Lamborghini Murcielago, no Hummer, no 30,000 square foot mansion, no Rolls-Royce, no yacht, private island, or any other extravagance like that. I find all of it completely unnecessary. I wouldn't Euro TMT feel right driving around in a $500,000 car when that money could go to something so much better, like building a school, helping a town hit by a disaster, feeding starving children, or something else that impacts the lives of thousands or millions of people. I know that Lived and the other projects EuroTMM going to undertake in the coming years will earn millions of dollars, but EuroTMM going to donate a huge majority of it or invest it in social entrepreneurs and projects. Now my family and I are in a EuroTMT going to live in poverty. I will certainly buy a nice house, perhaps a vacation home, a few nice cars for myself and my family members, and we EuroTMLL travel when we desire. None of it will get me on cribs or on the lifestyles of the rich and famous, but what I do will get me written about in the history books. You don't EuroTMT see people in textbooks for owning expensive cars, you read about people who make a huge difference in the world. I rather leave behind A than A. I don't EuroTMT want people to think EuroTMM losing motivation or giving up. Fatter EuroTMS the case at all. I feel like EuroTMM now more focused and driven than ever before. My goal was to always help the world, but now it's EuroTMS my sole purpose. We're Eurotm free to do whatever you want with your money, because we're Eurotm earned it, but I feel a lot of people are in the position to do so much more for others than they are. So I just wanted to see what everyone else thinks. Thanks for taking the time to read this. I appreciate it. Andrew. Andrew, I am with you. Money can't buy everything. That's why I spent a lot of time and money balance my life between making money, enjoy life and charity works. I feel exciting when I bought new toys, but got bored few days or weeks later. So I started looking for new toys. I don't really feel happy with my new toys. I feel happier every time I sent foods to homeless and help poor kids to get milk and cakes. I saw their smiles on their faces, that makes me feel great and happy. Making more money is not just to make our life easier, it also makes other people's life easier. If you know how to keep your cash flow positive, you will feel rich. It doesn't matter how much money you make. If I didn't donate my time and money to charity, I guess I have some nice cars already, but so what? Good luck to your journey. Keep up the good spirit. Hey Terence, this is exactly the way I think I would feel after buying expensive cars. I hear so many wealthy people like Chris Gardner, who lose interest and excitement not long after buying a Ferrari or something else. I think when you're wealthy, you're obligated to do something good with it. Andrew Carnegie believed in this. That is a very mature perspective. Usually, after you've owned the cars and the houses, you get to this point of realization. Stuff doesn't make one happy, nor does money. I found my happiness in making an impact, making a difference. I've also just started to limit my stuff as I realized that the more stuff I have, the more problems they create. Have you read Your Money or Your Life? It's in the book club readings and takes on an approach of less is better. That's great, MJ. It's nice to treat yourself, but there does have to be a limit. I think what really has helped me change my view was my blog readers. I've received a lot of messages from people telling me how much I've changed their lives. Each time I get one, it just blows my mind. There's no thrill and satisfaction like it. I'm really happy I've realized this so early in my life. It's going to provide me clarity and focus for the many years to come. As with all things in life, balance is where you find your happiness. I have similar viewpoints. As for the end goals of my success, some of them are, the Carrera GT in my avatar, traveling to every continent and seeing all the major cities of Europe, owning one Rolls Submariner at that, no bling for me, as well as fulfilling the dreams of my fiancé and the family we will soon create. When it comes to the luxuries in life, while I don't own a Mercy like MJ, I do have a pretty nice car for someone my age, 91 3000 GT VR4, and will say that the excitement comes and goes. Right now I am back to my giddy schoolboy phase in making plans for modding or fixing it up, but to me cars are a hobby and not just a luxury. It's something that I've had a passion for since I was 9. To most, the thrill of owning a Ferrari is just that, a thrill, and as such it fades in time. For me though, I would not only want to own a Ferrari, but tear the thing apart and rebuild it for fun. On the other hand, I am a huge sports fan, and even just a few months ago having lifetime season tickets to the Cubs would have been a dream. But now I've put that into perspective and realized that I'd much rather play sports to the best of my ability, and although I'll never play for the Cubs, I do play in an adult hardball league and it fuels that hobby and desire. Through it all, I do feel that helping others is the best way to fulfill yourself, but you do have to reap the rewards of your success as well. Seeing as Andrew Carnegie is your idol, remember his famous motto of live rich, die penniless. It meant just that. While he ultimately gave his wealth for his legacy, he still lived a very extravagant and fulfilling life, and deservedly so. Another great saying that I learned a few years back that falls in the same category is, the best way to learn is to teach others, which is true. B or C, it helps you learn more about yourself when you help enlighten others. As far as finding a group to help, I really would like to take after and help empower the working class and let those who came from the same middle class or working for comfort background that I did, that you can achieve the freedom of wealth and don't have to live a life of 9 to 5 to pay the bills, and have just a taste of what life should be: fun and fulfilling. Thanks for the input, Clint, on this thread and the other. I'm definitely not going to live in poverty or drive around in a beat-up car, and I will certainly be happy and have a lot of fun. I already am, but I think my viewpoint is different because all my pursuits now and forever are going to have a social purpose. To better lives and the world. So I wouldn't feel right living in a mansion and driving a Ferrari. Hey everyone, I just wanted to share a link to an interview I did for I'm Moving Closer to Hitting the Mainstream Media. A few more stairs to climb. If you could leave a comment or stumble the article, I would appreciate it very much. Thanks Fastlearners, Andrew. Andrew, congratulations. Very interesting story. Stumbled. Thanks Terence. Appreciate it very much. This is great news. Dug and stumble upon. Thanks. I doubt it'll do good on Dig, but it's doing pretty well on SU. The only thing is the hosting for's blog keeps going down. So if you get a server not found page, please check back later. Andrew. What you have found out in your first year of high school, I have just discovered after college. You're ahead of the pack. Hey, it's never too late. You can't regret the past. Everything happens for a reason. Andrew. Hey everyone, I just wanted to let everyone know that Lived is officially 1 year old. Thanks for all the help you've given me. I compiled a list of the most popular posts and some notable links and press the site has received. If you're interested, please check it out. Congrats, Andrew. I've enjoyed following your story from the beginning. Keep up the good work. Thanks Jill. Hey Andrew, the personal constitution post is gonna help me and the missus set our goals for the year, something we're gonna work on after we're done eating. 30 minutes, I'm actually typing while I'm eating lunch. You should post a link to it on the goal setting post to help us all categorize and set more specific goals. Awesome. It should really help you too. I'd add it to the goal setting section, but I don't want to spam the forums with my own stuff. Andrew. Congrats, Andrew. It's been an honor to follow you along your path. Ryan, where you been? SMXP. Andrew started working on the Constitution, gonna go over it tomorrow night. Thanks again. Florida. Back, though. Hope you all had a nice holiday or New Year's break. Sorry for the hijack. Thanks. It's been great to have all of you here to bounce ideas off and to talk to. Appreciate all the support. You're welcome. Wow, I have been away from the for too long, almost 3 weeks. I finally was able to read your interview and liked it a lot. You know, I have been described as too young for all of the things I've been through, probably much like the other entrepreneurs here. I have been a runaway, in more than one combat situation, 8 years military, a .com success and failure in 1.5 years. A corporate drone 3 months only, a second success after 5 years of building my company, then lost it, a seminar presenter for web marketing, a business consultant for many years still on the side as it integrates into my current startup, a father, just finished divorce, not actually married to her, but negotiations and custody mirrored a divorce, and other things I can't remember now. Why did I just list all of my junk? Because I think you are started on a path to surpass my experiences by age 35. I have only just started practicing a philosophy of helping others in the last 3 years. Some of my friends disagree, but I specifically mean in large numbers. You have already figured this out. I can pay no better a compliment to you. Thanks for the story. Oh, and Happy New Year's to all in this thread. Hey. Thanks so much for the compliments and for sharing your story. You've a pretty exciting life. Helping others is really the way to go about life. Go giving is my new mission. Andrew. I'm newbie in this forum, and as I've read your stories, I'm fascinated. Hey Andrew, I am new, so I am not sure if you want to take my advice, but I always thought that giving it would be better than keeping my mouth shut and not saying anything at all. I dealt a little bit with SEO and PPC maximization, and I learned that above the fold, which is what you have for advertisement, is not always the best. You want people to not think of them as ads but as part of the content. It would be better to blend it in with your article or put them near your other links, and to make all the links the same color, same size, etc. with the ads. I am not sure if the blogging tool allows you to do this, but good luck with all your endeavors. I second what Ute says. Apparently some blogger went from $10 a day in AdSense $1,700 AdSense just by changing the placement of his ads. Thanks for the advice. I'm not really worried about earning a lot of ad dollars right now. I am focused on writing great articles and creating a strong platform. Andrew.